Welcome to day 10 of our PMP exam mindset under the people domain. The great Stephen Covey said the biggest communication problem is we do not listen to understand, we listen to reply. Isn't that true? In the world of project management, it is important that the project manager spends time actively listening first before seeking to be understood. In chapter 10 of our book, PMP Exam Immersion, which you can find everywhere books are sold, we emphasize the importance of building a shared understanding, which means not just sending a message, but ensuring there's a common understanding of that message. It's important for the team members and stakeholders to ensure clarity and alignment on project goals. Agile processes prioritize shared understanding through interactive communication, collaborative decision making, and reflective practices like retrospectives and reviews. Let's jump into a few true or false questions to just get warmed up. Question number one: true or false? Building a shared understanding is not a focus in agile projects. The answer to that is false. Building a shared understanding is a central tenet of Agile. Agile practices like daily stand ups, backlog refinement, and sprint reviews are designed to ensure all team members and stakeholders have a common understanding of the project's goals, progress, and priorities. Number two, true or false? Agile teams rely solely on documentation to build a shared understanding. The answer to this is false. While documentation has its place, agile teams prioritize working software, working product over comprehensive documentation, and individuals and interactions over processes and tools. Shared understanding is primarily built through frequent face to face or virtual equivalent communication, collaboration, and direct interaction, not solely through documents. Number three, true or false? Interactive communication is a key element in building a shared understanding. Absolutely correct. Remember, in the world of communication, we have interactive communication, push communication, and pull communication. And I often refer to this as the PIP: push, interactive, pull. However, you're going to remember that. But interactive communication is real time exchange. Interactive communication, like discussions, brainstorming sessions, and direct conversations, is crucial for building a shared understanding. It allows for immediate clarification, questions, and the co creation of knowledge, ensuring everyone is on the same page. Number four, true or false? Reflective practices such as retrospectives do not contribute to a shared understanding in agile teams. The answer is, of course, false. Retrospectives are dedicated sessions where agile teams reflect on their past sprint, discussing what went well and what could be improved, and how to implement those improvements. The process significantly contributes to a shared understanding of team dynamics, processes, and challenges. Final question: true or false? A shared understanding among team members can reduce misunderstandings and streamline project progress. And the answer is true. When team members and stakeholders have a shared understanding of goals, requirements, and processes, it minimizes misinterpretations, it reduces rework, and it streamlines decision making, leading to more efficient and effective project progress. Now that we're done with the true or false questions, let's jump into our question of the day for People Task 10. Here is the question. In an aerospace manufacturing project, the quality assurance team is rejecting parts as non conforming. Engineering states the design drawings were revised. The supplier reports they never received the latest revision. Procurement points to a contract clause requiring use of current drawings. Work has stopped. What is the most effective way to establish a shared understanding? Is it A, Direct quality assurance to accept the current batch through a temporary deviation waiver, allowing production to continue and update drawings later to regain schedule. Is it B, escalate to senior management and legal to declare the supplier responsible for rework under the contract and compel immediate correction? Is it C, circulate the latest drawings to all parties with acknowledgement receipts and instruct production to restart once confirmations are received? Or is it D, facilitate a records based review of change logs, transmittals, and contract references, identify the root cause of the misunderstanding, confirm the controlling documents with all parties, and document consensus on the path forward? I'll give you some time to think about the possible answer. All right, let's examine the options. Taking a look at the options in the context of the final question, which says, what is the most effective way to establish a shared understanding? To get a shared understanding, it's not having a temporary waiver and saying, all right, let's just continue production and update drawings later. No, that doesn't put anyone on the same page. That's ignoring that there's a problem that needs resolve. There's a misunderstanding that needs dialogue. So it's not A. B says escalate to senior management. You don't need to do that. You don't need to declare the supplier responsible because you haven't heard them out. Both parties need to hear each person out. From what this is reading in the question, the drawings did not get to the supplier. So judging them and saying you're to blame, it doesn't help. You'll still be off, not understanding why the misunderstanding happened. Option C, circulate the latest drawings to all parties with acknowledgement receipts and instruct production to restart. You're not getting down to the bottom of the misunderstanding. You see, you're just suggesting things to do to remedy the work, but you're still not getting down to the crux of the misunderstanding. Let's take a look at D. Facilitate a records based review of change logs, transmittals, and contract references, identifying the root cause of the misunderstanding. That's key. Confirm the controlling documents with all parties and document consensus on the path forward. That is in the spirit of the PMI. So the best answer, my friends, is D. Building shared understanding means breaking down the situation, investigating potential misunderstandings, surveying necessary parties to reach consensus, and supporting the agreed outcome with evidence. All right, with that said, let's take a look at what the PMI have in the content outline. Task 10, build a shared understanding. Break down the situation to identify the root cause of a misunderstanding. Survey all necessary parties to reach consensus. Consensus is a very important word because it means we all agree on this solution, we're all on the same page. Number 3, support the outcome of the parties' agreement. Whatever the party agrees on, we're going to go with that collectively. And 4, investigate potential misunderstandings. When you do all of these as you approach a question, the likelihood of you getting the question correct increases because you're not taking people for granted. You're not being the holier than thou person that says, I'm right and everyone else is wrong. No, you're bringing everyone to the table and hearing them out, and they are hearing you out because it's a two-way street. All right, my friends. Well, I hope this gave you context for task 10. Remember, if you're studying for the PMP exam and you need coaching, go on down to tinyurl.com/elite PMP. You can find my course on Udemy over there. And if you are looking for CAPM coaching and training, it is tinyurl.com/elite CAPM. Thank you for joining me. I wish you all the very best as you continue studying. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.